Hi everyone, welcome to Reviewia Talks. So as a follow-up to the last video that we published, which was on building a job description and why it is important, while the video got some positive reviews, we also got a few comments requesting us to give examples of some good job descriptions. What are the best practices when it comes to building a job description. So in today's video clip, I will give a couple of examples. Okay, one would be example of a well-made job description, and the other would be an example of a not so good one. Okay, so let's dive into that. And first, I will show you a job description which is pretty well made. If you ask me. So I'll quickly share my screen and try to show that document to all of you. Yeah, so let's look at this job description. A little bit of background about this company. This is a technology startup, okay, not a very old company. And let's see what they have mentioned in this job description. So the role that they're looking for is assistant manager or manager sales. Then there is a section, then it is followed by the location of the job. Then there is a section about the business, okay? And it says we provide a B2B platform for $150 billion yearly, highly fragmented, inefficient market of the real estate and construction industry by standardizing the processes and making it more efficient. And it also mentions how they are up to creating a more transparent, efficient, and seamless experience. And if you see the last line also mentions a little about the founder of this venture. It says that the founder has 20 plus years of experience in the industry across the US, Asia, and India. So if you recall, when we were talking about the job description and building of credibility in the eyes of the candidate, we did mention that if you're a startup or a young company, it makes sense to put in a few lines about the founder or the top management. So you see that here, in this particular job description, you do see that the organization has mentioned a little bit about the founder. And then it straight away, goes into what they are looking for. So they're looking for somebody who's a graduate with 3 to 5 years of work experience in inside sales or telesales, somebody who's interested in technology and software, who has reasonably good understanding of the construction industry, good at communication, understands workflow systems and their applications, it has the ability to make some presentations, has the ability to prioritize, is pretty good when it comes to MS Office applications, ability to manage time effectively, territory white spacing, prospecting, cold calling, email campaigns, telesales. So it is very clear, there is no ambiguity about what they are looking for in terms of skill sets and background. Then the next section talks about what the job role will entail. And if you see, they have made a pretty good section when it comes to letting the candidate know what the job would be all about. It says that you will develop an in-depth understanding of the software product and in the construction and infrastructure industry. You will be integral to the pre-sales process. You're responsible for proactive outbound prospecting. You will engage with customers to generate leads, product presentations, demos. Position will also have a direct impact on the success by providing qualifying prospects from lead status into the sales pipeline. So this point actually makes it very clear that this is an important role. This directly has impact on the success of the company when it comes to generating new customers. This role will handle all the first contact with new clients. Okay. And then this last section also gives you a bit of an idea about what the organization's compensation philosophy is. So it says, what will you get? You will get a competitive package and a chance to participate in a life-altering business plan that will fundamentally disrupt and change one of the largest industry segments in the country and the world. Now, see this, if you are a young candidate, I'm sure if I were a young candidate, I'll be pretty excited, looking at this opportunity. And I would be interested, curious. I would want to engage with this organization, even more. This seems to be making a positive impression. And I would definitely explore this opportunity to the interview stage and would like to have interaction with the team. Okay. So this is an example of a fairly well-made job description, and pretty much, it checks all the boxes that we recommended when it comes to building a JD. And if you see, this is a very crisp document. It is not a long one, just one page or a little more than one page. And this pretty much covers everything that you want. And most candidates would be excited, would be curious to engage further with this employer. Now let's look at another job description. Let me just blow it up a little more. Now I'll tell you, this is a job description of a very well-known consulting firm. It's a global consulting firm. Okay. And look at these two job descriptions. Here it's the job description of a senior consultant. It just says engineering graduate with minimum of 7 years in railways, IWT, ports, multimodal logistics, blah, blah, blah. Post-graduation is optional. Skill set proficient in MS Office. Location Delhi NCR. Industry professionals would also be considered. Brief experience in consulting would be good to have. And that's it. Now, do you realize that this is a fairly critical role? You're looking for people with a minimum of 7 years of experience. So you're not looking to hire freshers, but look at the kind of attention, time, and energy which has been given to flesh out this requirement. Now, as I said, this is a global company. This is not some small company. But honestly, what is the kind of impression that this job description would create in the minds of candidates, like really good candidates? There might be some candidates who are desperately looking for jobs and might sign up and want to explore this role. But seriously, if you're a top talent candidate, would you be impressed with this kind of a job description coming from a big company, coming from a global consulting company? I'm sure the answer is no. And that's what we're talking about. No matter who you are in terms of the size of yourself as an organization, it is always worth to spend those extra 20 minutes and build a decent job description. People make this kind of job description and then they wonder why people are dropping off, why people don't want to join us, why are these candidates, just vanishing. You just need to look at your job description. You want to hire a senior consultant, 7 years of work ex, MBA graduates, and you want to just give them these 4 bullet points? It'll always going to be a struggle to hire really good talent with this kind of an approach. So this is, a great example where a small company, a growing company, which is not a very well-known brand, has done such a beautiful job when it comes to, making a collateral which will help build a good employer brand. And then you have this example where it is a global leader in the consulting space. And this is what they do when it comes to attracting talent, which is not junior talent. 7 years of experience is pretty senior, right? So this is what you should not do, no matter which size of organization you are. And this is what you should do. And 20 minutes is all that it takes to go do a good job when it comes to building a job description, which does justice to the candidates. Well, that's pretty much it that I wanted to share, in today's episode of Reviewia Talk. I hope it was helpful. It will be useful. Thank you so much. Till we see you again, take care and goodbye.